Alright there folks, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. It's good to see you. Hope we're all doing good. Hope we've all had a nice day. Hope we all had some winners as well. I was so unlucky with that Sarundalo pick today, man. Jesus Christ. The Sarundalo that I backed to turn up wasn't the guy that turned up. Yeah, just not good enough. Not good enough for him today, unfortunately. Medjedovic looked decent, to be fair, you know, good shit from him. Touching on the rest of the day, what sort of made it a little bit worse for me, all them floaters ended up hitting. Pretty much everything we said ended up hitting. I just backed the wrong horse today. It is what it is. You're not going to catch me crying over that. It's just another day, innit, folks? Just another day. All we can do is bounce back today. Anyone take Lucas Klein plus 3.5? Yeah, I wish I did. What else do we have? Mickelson on the money line. Chapeau on the money line. I told you Cam Norrie. It beats Zizou Bergs as well, didn't I? I told you he would. Yeah, nuts. Nuts. Did anyone take that? Yeah, nuts. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. I could have picked anything else other than the one that I went for today. It's alright. It's alright. Right then, folks. Semi-final time. Semi-finals. We've got 4 games. 4 games. I'm only really interested in 2, potentially 3. We'll go through them as quick as we can. Not going to waste a lot of time on these. So before we do, like the video if you would, subscribe if you're not. If you want to support the channel, links in the description and the pinned comment along with the picks. You don't have to. It's cool if you want to. Where do we start here? Tell you what, start in Belgrade. We'll just go through these, see what we fancy, and then I've sort of went for something a little different today for today's bet. It is still a treble, but we'll get to that when we get to it. Let me know what you think on it. Right then, business as normal. Go with Lehechka and El Chapo. Should be a decent game this. Getting Chapo as a favourite here. Call it 1.7 on the decimal. Head-to-head 1-0 to Lehechka. That would have been a couple of years ago. Yeah, it was 2 years ago. Yuri Lehechka's only played 2 games in this tournament, hasn't he? Marin Cilic, Lucas Klein. Didn't really look convincing today against Lucas Klein, did he? Like we said, we took that 3. Well, we said we'd take the 3.5. It was a floater. You know, that was nice and easy. I can't help but think if that was anyone else, anyone a little bit higher ranked than him, he was done for. He dropped that first set 6-3, and then he was down 4-1 in the second, ended up coming back and winning the game. You know, good shit there. But, like I just said, do we think straight off the bat if that was El Chapo today and not Lucas Klein, he would have made that comeback from that position? I don't think so. I don't think so at all. Pair of these are doing the majority of their business so far in Belgrade on the first serve. It's a rough one, this, and it is a rough one. I mean, Chapo's been on fire all tournaments. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Earlier in the tournament, you know, the constant Lestien one, you know, it was easy for him. Hugo Grenier was easy for him. Martin Fuskovic, that seemed to be the test, in my opinion. He mounted the comeback and came back there. He's beat Nuno Borges and he's beat Christopher O'Connell in straight sets in his last 2. He looked fantastic against Christopher O'Connell today. He looked so good. 6-2, 6-2. You know, considering how good Christopher O'Connell's been as well in his last 2 games, he just didn't stand a chance. Didn't stand a chance against Chapo today. 90% on the first serve. Like I said, the majority of the business is coming on the first serve. It has been all tournaments as well for Chapo. 90% in this one. 91% for Nuno Borges. That's 0.1, by the way. The one thing I'm looking at is court time. If I'm being honest with you, he's spent twice as much time on the court as Yuri Lehechka. He's played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches. Still look brilliant. Like, he doesn't look like he's slowing down. He's looking like he really wants to make a push for this one. I think he's more than capable of doing so. Yuri Lehechka, even though he did get the win today, he just didn't impress me whatsoever. I was not impressed with that performance, as George St. Pierre would say. Yeah, what else do you really want me to say about this? I mean, he was piss poor on the break points as well. I noticed that, converting 2 out of the 10, that stands out to me, yeah. And as a matter of fact, let me just go back and check that quick. Did he face any against Silic? No. He's faced 6 today against Lucas Klein. I think Chapo could take advantage of at least one of them. I really do. Like I said, if he comes into this one with the energy that he went into Christopher O'Connell, he'll definitely win a set. I know Chapo's record in these semi-finals ain't the greatest. Well, it's not great at all. Maybe the fatigue will come into play a little bit. I don't know. I still don't trust Yuri Lehechka at all. You're not crazy if you fancy him as a dog here. Not at all. Like, I couldn't talk it off it. If I was picking a side, I probably would just lean with El Chapo, based purely on how he's playing at the moment. That's it. He's just doing better all round, if you'd ask me, in every area of the game. The return is probably what's going to be the deciding factor on this. Yuri Lehechka just looks very, very passive on the return, to be honest with you. I would be looking at El Chapo to get this one done if I was picking a side. I am going to have a little sprinkle on this game that is part of the treble. We'll get to that towards the end. But then again, don't know why I'm saying that, because it's going to be in the pinned comments in it, so you probably already know what the treble is. Doesn't matter. Yeah, be El Chapo or nothing. El Chapo or nothing, if we were picking a side in that. I think if El Chapo was playing Lehechka today and not Lucas Klein, he'd have beat him in straight sets. Yeah, I really do. So the next one will be Laslo Djere, Hamad Medjedovic. This is a hard one. Both of these have been really good. More so, I'm probably more surprised with Laslo Djere than I am with Medjedovic. I know how good Medjedovic can be. It's just he hasn't been playing that well as of late. It's weird, isn't it? Like, this lad's been really struggling on the challenge at all. Like, we mentioned it yesterday, he can't even take a set off Antoine Escoffier or Marc-Andre Hussler. He's just been beat by Laslo Djere in straight sets in Stockholm as well. Can't beat Rafael Collignon. Then he comes into Belgrade and, like, all them are, like, not even in the top 100. You know what I mean? Some of them not even in the top 150. Then he comes into Belgrade on the back of that ship form and just looks great against Binak, top 50. He looks great against Kovacevic, who, I think he's like 101, is he? Let's just say top 100. I knew he'd win that one anyway, but then just comes in and absolutely fists up fucking Cerundolo today. Top 30. Nuts. Good stuff. Good stuff, to say the least, innit? This, someone said in the comments about his serve as well. It is good, innit? He serves absolute bullets. Then again, it weren't that great against Cerundolo. He has 65.9% of the first serves. That's what he actually put over the net. 80% on the point. Did face a couple of break points. He actually got broke. Cerundolo, he broke him. What happened? Cerundolo got broke. He got the serve back, and then he just gave it back to him straight away. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Yeah, I don't know. It was quick. It was quite quick as well. 1 hour 13. It's saying, is that right? Yeah, it seemed about that. Laslo Djere, where are you? Where are you, son? Now, this is a rough one, because I'm looking at Medjedovic, especially based off today, thinking about it, going, he probably wins this one. He's 1.7 on the decimal. Laslo Djere just seems to have gotten a little bit better as the games have went on. I've been noticing, he was good against Stan Wawrinka, he played better against the Djokovic, and then he played really good against Fabian Madison today. the serves got better as well. Well, the serve percentage anyway, the points on the serve have got a lot better. They've increased pretty much every game, 68.3, 78, 78 and then 86. So he's been slowly building into this by the looks of it. I don't really want to go against them, to be honest with you. Laszlo Djere isn't usually a person that I bet on, but you can't deny how good he's been playing in Serbia. Then again, it's like, what, Fabian Mares and Djukovic, they're not really premium opponents, aren't they? I'm impressed with Medjedovic getting past Bienak, getting past Sarundalo, even though Sarundalo he just didn't seem himself, but either way, it still stands. Probably got to go with Medjedovic, haven't you? Probably got to go with Medjedovic. Younger, bigger, faster, stronger, most definitely stronger. You know, he whips the shit out of that ball, doesn't half skim off that court as well. Is he better? Is he currently better than Laszlo Djere, who has just recently beat him? I'd say so. I'd say the opponents he's beat are a lot better. Fuck it, you know what, I'm not going to overthink it. It's going to be Medjedovic, innit? I can't see myself taking Laszlo Djere as a dog against this kid. Not the way he's playing, he just looked... He seems like a bit of a cop-out, but he just looked too strong. He really did. And if that serves on point, which it pretty much has been throughout the entire of Belgrade, that's all he needs. He'll win enough 3 points off that just to see this one through. So I'd fancy Medjedovic to get that one done on the money line. If you were picking a side, he's also included in the parlay as well, as you may have noticed. And then that's it, innit? That's us for Belgrade. We'll quickly touch on France while we're here. I'm not going to touch Cam Norrie and Mutet. I'm just not. Cam Norrie probably should beat him, but Mutet at home in France, he's barely played. And like, you know, you could look at that one or two ways, couldn't you? You could go, you know, it's a good thing, a lot of rest, you know, as compared to Cam Norrie, who has played, well, it was like 2 hours against Karabakh, and then it was like 2 hours today against Zizou Berg. I'm just worried about. I know I was quite confident Norrie would beat Zizou Berg today. I'm just a bit worried of like the fatigue factor now, because he does seem to be over his injury. How far can he go? We know he can grind opponents out. That's exactly what we said. He'll probably grind out Zizou Bergs, and he did. Wouldn't be surprised to see him do it against Mutet. I wouldn't mind sprinkling the over, whatever that may be. If it's 22.5, 100%. Maybe just take the outline if it's not. Mutet for his set as a parlay piece. I can't see him getting done in straight sets. I just can't. He's tricky, isn't he? He's so fucking tricky. Like I said, I don't know. I've got nothing for this one. I'm not going to stress over it. I'd much prefer to have a go on the last one, wrapping us up. Alex Michelsen, Benjamin Bonzi. Very close one. Slight favourite is Benjamin Bonzi. Alex Michelsen, he escaped a close one today. That easily could have went either way against Boo. Boo looked really good. Alex Michelsen's been decent. He's been really, really decent the entire tournament. You know, he looked good against Harold Mayo. He did look... I'm not going to say crap against Richard Gasquet, because the Richard Gasquet narrative was in full effect for that one. So fair play for him to get past him in 3 tiebreakers. It takes some mental grit. You have to admit that. And then that game against B, we dropped the first set in a tiebreaker, smoked him in the second, and then, you know, Boo started coming back in the third. He really did. A fairly consistent performance across the board from Michelsen, if I do say so myself. Now, Benjamin Bonzi, I fucking can't believe this lad's still here. Honestly, God, can we believe Benjamin Bonzi's still here? Like, I hold my hands up, boys. I was wrong about this, lad. I genuinely thought he'd have been gone in qualifying, or at least the first game. He just keeps winning. He just keeps winning, man. He's just... When people are playing like this, you just can't fucking go against them, can you? You really can't. I don't think he's dropped a set all tournaments, has he? No, he hasn't. He hasn't dropped a set all tournaments. He's beat Marc-Andre Hussler, Manuel Genard, RBA, Casper Ruud, Quinton Hallis, all in straight sets as well. All of them in straight sets. Barely spent over an hour on the court in each one. What's funny as well, he's played 2 more games than Alex Michelsen, and yeah, he's only spent an extra 20 minutes on the court. Yeah. Like I said, Michelsen had a ropey one today against Boo. That was a long game. How much he's going to have left to go into this one, especially against someone like Bonzi, the way he's playing at the moment, you just can't fucking break him. You just can't break him. He's saved basically every break point he's faced all tournament. Yeah. 0 against Hussler, 2 out of 2 against Genard, 0 out of 2 against RBA. Was that right? Yeah, I'll have to check on that one, I'm not too sure. 1 out of 1 on Casper Ruud, and then 2 out of 2 against Quinton Hallis. He's just unbreakable. Unbreakable. Alex Michelsen, what I have noticed, and the stats do prove it, he has faced a lot of break points in the past 2 games. The past 3, mind you, 7 of them against Harold Mayo, 9 of them against Richard Gasquet, and then 9 of them against Harold Mayo, is that? Yes, sorry, my eyes are playing 6. 9 against Mayo, 3 against Gasquet, and then 9 again against Boo. I'm more than willing to roll a dice that, just going off the long match he's just had today and the remarkable form of this Benjamin Bonzi in his home tournament, I would be more than willing to chance it that he would take advantage of at least one of the break points that he's going to get, and he's definitely going to get them. You know he's going to get some. That's why he's on the treble, obviously. I think Benjamin Bonzi gets this one done. Yeah, look what's happened to me. Look what's happened to me, man. Just, yeah. You can't deny him, can you? You can't deny him, and this is nothing against Michelsen either, but two close calls in his last 2 games. Gasquet, Boo. Bonzi might just be that little tip over the edge, mightn't it? He might prove to be too much, and I wouldn't be surprised if he did. I'll be looking at Bonzi to win that one on the money line if you were picking a side. And then that's it. Let's wrap this shit up. Right. For those of you that know the score, you've already looked. You've already checked out today's bets anyway. Let me know in the comments what you think on that. I know the 3 of them are like very short odds, but we're getting that at even money. We can double our money. Does that look as safe as it's going to get? Let me know. I'm going to take El Chapo for just a set. Just a set against Lehechka. Like I said, he has been operating at a higher level. He should be able to get at least 1 set against Lehechka. Same goes for Benjamin Bonzi against Michelsen. I imagine him to get a break. He should be able to keep hold of it. That should be fine. And then the next one is... Shit, what is it? I forgot having it. Oh, yeah. It's Medjedovic for a set against Laszlo Djere as well. If he gets fucking smoked in straight sets by Laszlo Djere, after the way he's played, I'd be very disappointed. Very disappointed, especially after he's just killed me off today. I'm trusting in Medjedovic to be able to win at least 1 set based on that serve alone. Based on that service game, he should be able to get that done. Let me know your thoughts. Get involved. All that. Right then, folks, I'll be saying good night to you. Appreciate you stopping by as always. We only need 4 more till we get to 400 as well. So if you're still watching, you're not subscribed, you know what to do. Right then, take it easy. Take care of yourself. Take care of one another. Enjoy the tennis. Let's go get some cash. See you tomorrow.